right, guys, we got another video here. This is a mother starting my life over as a 27-year-old mom of 3. Let's check this one out.
2025, I made the decision of putting myself first and leaving a very long-term relationship and putting my children and myself first.
All right, let me just interject real quick. She said putting herself, keep that in mind, pay close attention, keeping herself, okay, and her children. So she didn't say children first, she said her. If you listen to the words, guys, they will let you know everything you need. Now, the title itself tells you right there, it's wrong from the jump, in my opinion. Okay, 27 years old and you already got 3 kids. Wow, probably with the same guy. And you choosing to leave that. So let's just go from there.
And starting my life over at 27 years old. And one thing that has been really nice to hear every time I see somebody from the past or just somebody that I haven't seen in a really long time is, wow, you look like you've been doing great. You look like you're happy. You look
This to me is someone who is definitely seeking validation from other people, and that's what's going to get her caught up, because the internet is not your friend. Okay, these single mothers out here online, you know, boasting, putting themselves out there, so to speak. Too much information is already given, guys. Okay, this is a dirty game out here, and there are a lot of dudes out here right now rubbing their hands together like Birdman, waiting to just make her another notch on her belt. And that's all it's going to be. Okay, a woman, 3 kids. Guys, how long do you think that's going to actually last? Realistically, how long does an average woman with 3 children think that getting with somebody else and making that individual a husband, a future partner, what are the odds of that really happening? Is it possible? Anything's possible. Okay, but on this channel we speak about the majority. Okay, this right here, this situation right here is an isolated incident if it ever happens. But let's continue.
I'm gonna cry. It's been really nice to hear that, because I feel like I can feel, I can't even talk. I can feel the difference in the way that I carry myself. I can feel the difference in the way that I feel about myself. And it's just a beautiful feeling.
So she's basically saying that because people are leaving her certain comments and giving her certain types of praises online, that it's making her feel better about herself and things of that nature. Now, this is where a lot of women fall into this trap, because they think that validation online is going to save them, and it is not, guys. It is the last thing that you really want to do. Okay, it's not going to help you. It's not going to save you. It is what it is. I'm just keeping it real. This is just a temporary fix of her endorphins that she's getting right now off of that. All right, I'm not sitting here saying she's not a pretty girl, because she is, but once the average person finds out, yo, she's got 3 kids, it's only going to go to a certain place, and then it's going to stop. I don't know how else to tell you guys, you know, unless she's looking for a simp, unless she's looking for one of these guys that will do that. But you know, the odds of her feeling the same way are going to be, they're not going to be good, guys. It's not. Okay, she can probably find a simp out here, you know, somebody who's maybe overweight, average or below average looking guy who will say, you know what, I'll take up that responsibility and, you know, raise those kids that aren't mine and marry this girl, right? But guess what? You know, the problem is she's not going to be into this guy. Okay, so these people who are giving her praises and validation and stuff like that, a lot of these guys faceless, just people she doesn't know. Even if she did know them back in the day, you don't really know anybody 10 years later. How well do you really know these people who are just coming out of the blue, looking at pics and seeing a pretty girl and then saying that's it? Okay, that's as far as a lot of it goes. Yeah, you can give somebody validation. You can say how cute somebody is or whatever on their profile and all that. But how far do you really think that's going to go? She may be, let's just say she lives in Denver. Okay, there may be somebody in Dallas or somebody in Philadelphia who gives her these comments and tells her how cute she is or whatnot. What is that going to, where are we going from there? If you understand what I'm saying, that's all I'm trying to explain here. Where are you going to go from that point on? Is that person going to be a suitor? Is that person going to fly from Philadelphia to be with her and her 3 kids and try to put something together? No, let's just be honest and let's be real. Okay. That's all I'm saying. So let's continue.
It's something my past self would have never thought I would have been able to accomplish. And though I have my days and it does get a little tough sometimes, the peace that comes with being on your own, there's nothing like it. And if you find yourself in a toxic relationship where you've been wanting to get out and you've been telling yourself you can't do it, I was that person too. I used to always tell myself I couldn't do it. My biggest advice would be, don't give yourself a chance to fail.
Bad advice. Bad advice, guys. And I tell you right now, when a year passes, 2 years passes, I would love to see where she is. I would love to see what she's talking about. I would love to get an idea of her experiences outside of where she is now, because I can almost guarantee you it's not going to be anything pretty. It's not going to be anything good. It's going to be a story, a sob story, probably about how men aren't shit and fuck them, right? That's usually what they tend to sing. You know, give her a little time, let her get out there and see how it really is, because it almost always comes down to the same thing. Okay, you're attracted to a guy, all right? He looks at you as, okay, she's cute, I'll clap her cheeks and I'll draw the line there. When it starts to get serious, when she starts to believe that this guy could be the one, it's over, right? Probably before she even realizes it's over, and he tapers himself off. He starts to disappear. He starts to leave her on red more and more, because when it gets real, people wake up. People realize, hey, I'm not built to take care of 3 kids that aren't mine. Okay, it's just not going to happen. And then she's 27, so she's reasonably young. What do you think a guy around her age is going to be thinking? He's going to want his own family. He's going to want his own kids. He's not going to want to deal with that. Guys, it's nothing good that's coming out of this. And they always like to say toxic. I came out of a toxic relationship. No, what happened is you got complacent. You got bored. Okay. And you're still young and you think that there's something better on the other side. And you're taking that gamble right now. And I'm going to tell you now, it's going to be a sad day, because what's going to happen is she's going to realize this a year later, 2 years later. And when she's ready to wake up, he's going to be moved on. He's going to be with somebody else. Okay. And that's just what it's going to be. And these stories continue to play out over and over again, and it never fails. Let's continue.
There's no room for failure. Your kids need you. It's been a really good year. I've learned so much. I've lived so many different lives in these 12 months. It's been insane. January me would have never thought this is where I'd be in December. And if I could go back and hug January me, I so would. And tell her that everything is gonna be okay, and that she is so loved by everybody in her life, and she will find true peace. It's been great.
All right, guys, that's the end of the video. Hey, man, I hope it does work out, but law of averages are saying that it's not. Law of averages saying that this will come to a tragic end, and she will be just another female on a long list of other single mothers trying to find love, and it's not going to happen. Instead of trying to work it out with the man that you had multiple children with, you think that it's better on the other side, and you're going to go ahead and take that gamble, and go ahead and take it. Go ahead and take it. But you'll learn, and they always do. And sometimes they don't. Let's keep it real. There's a lot of women out here in their 50s that are waking up alone or with pets, dogs and cats, and they'll never find love again. They'll never meet someone. They'll never have that ability to do that. And it's because 9 times out of 10, they brought it upon themselves. Okay. Or they were living in this fairy tale where they thought that all these movies, when they were eating bonbons and sitting on their couch watching people and these characters that are playing out in front of them, they truly believe that these things exist, that there's a man out there who's going to swoop out of nowhere with a extended cape that drags across the ground and rescue her, pick her up, put her on a pony and fly away. And it's not going to happen, guys. Okay. And then they're going to wake up at 60 and realize it was all a dream. Okay. That's all I'm saying. I just want people to be more realistic. I'm trying to show people the way, and, really think before you make these decisions. When you decide to leave this person, okay, who you have multiple children with, think really hard, not about the now. Okay. A lot of women, they are incapable of thinking 2 steps ahead. They're just not capable of doing it. All right. All they see is the now. They don't realize until it's too late. With that being said, guys, that's going to do it. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you like the content, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. I'm dropping videos every day now. 2026 is going to be beautiful. And with that being said, guys, I'm out.